right, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of I Lost My Podcast. What?
I'm sorry, man.
You got a problem with my intro?
Man, look, what's up? It's nothing.
Anyway, y'all, like I said, welcome back to another episode of I Lost My Podcast. I'm your girl, Michi G, author of the book, I Lost My Podcast. I Lost My Podcast, now what? Sorry. I Lost My Mom, Now What? Memoir of a Motherless Daughter. And that's available on Amazon, so search that. And we have our other co-host.
What's up, Sweet Jones Jr. Nah, I'm just doing what I'm doing. It's your boy Husky Hefe, the Fat Fitness model, Jose Cortez. Call me any name but a bad name.
And that song, period.
And that, yeah. No. But welcome back to the podcast, the I Lost My Podcast. I'm happy to be here today. Yet another episode. And this episode
it's a good one.
It's a little more light to it, you know?
Yes. So a feel-good topic.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Tell them what we're talking about today.
So, wait, before we get into the topic, because I know you see the title. We know we're going to get into it. But before we get into it, we always have to start an episode with checking in. You know, it's been a week since we've seen each other. Well, not us because we live together, but y'all, it's been a week since we last saw y'all. So, we got to check in. So, Pooh, how you feeling today? How's your mental?
My mental is definitely on a 10. I'm a 10. A 1 out of 10, 10 being the best. I'm feeling good right now. I'm feeling good. It's just good vibrations. Just good vibrations, good vibes, and I'm here. I'm alive. And
was there anything good or exciting that happened in the week that made you like, man, it's just been a good week or a crazy week? Or
I always practice being grateful, and I'm just grateful. There's no specific event that I can pinpoint, but hey, hello.
Yeah, cool.
How about yourself?
My mental today, I think I'm at a 10 too. Yeah, today's been a good day, a productive day. So I can't complain, and I also feel a lot of gratitude. I think sometimes we take for granted just the simple opportunity of just being able to wake up today and to breathe and to like just not have aches and pains and certain ailments. So I'm grateful. Today's a good day. My mental is 10s across the board.
I always say if it ain't a 10, we're gonna have to do it again. So I'm at a 10.
Facts. So now hopefully y'all's mental is a 1. If not, I mean, stay tuned to the podcast. If it's not a 10, hopefully it will be.
Or you'll be able to have some tools that'll help you get to a 10.
Yeah.
Right.
So.
But we like to do this part of the podcast of where we just call upon the ancestor. It can be general, it can be specific, and we call upon the ancestor just to give us, guidance and just to make it through this podcast and, be a conduit of love and energy. So who are you calling upon today?
I think I'm going to call on all my ancestors, everybody that has gone on before me for strength, because today's topic is about self-care, just a little. And I feel like a lot of people that went on before us didn't get the opportunity to even dive into that topic because they were just out there getting stuff done for the family. So just all of my ancestors, man, for wisdom, for guidance during this topic that, that maybe something we say touches something in our listeners and our viewers. So yeah, that's who my
I gotta second that. For everybody that passed before us that weren't big on it and wanted to be, this podcast, we want you to work I want you to work through us to, you know what I'm saying? So we can help somebody be like, take care of yourself, because self-care is important.
Yes.
It is important.
And men and women, everybody.
Yes.
No matter color, race, whatever, it's important.
Radical self-care. But you'll learn about that later. But nevertheless, so let's take the time and we're going to breathe in. Don't blow in the microphone. Let it out. We're going to stretch. I'm gonna go high.
I'm gonna go low.
I'm gonna go high.
Teamwork.
We're gonna shake it on out. We're gonna let it on go.
Yes.
So,
You feel refreshed?
I feel refreshed. So,
All right, so let's get into this topic,
let's get
y'all.
into it. I'm gonna flip my collar up. I gotta feel like.
Yes. All right. Don't we look relaxed too? By the way, we're gonna get into the reason why after a while. But yeah. So as you can see, the topic is the F is self care. Like what is that?
TF is self care.
Yes. So
what is that?
We're gonna start by giving the definition of self care. According to Google, self care. Self-care is the act of doing something good for your mind, body, and soul. And I have to pub because I've been reading this book. Oh my God, I was so excited when I found this book. It's called, and it's not a paid sponsorship or anything. I genuinely mess with this book. It's called Self-Care for Black Women. I think the author's name is Oludara Adeyo. If I said that wrong, I'm so sorry. And it's 150 ways to radically accept and prioritize your mind, body, and soul. So zoom in if y'all can see. This book, man, this was an eye-opener for me to look into self-care. And speaking of self-care, she talks about something called radical self-care.
Well, first off, before you get all taken away.
Yeah. Okay.
Now, I'm gonna tell y'all, to be honest, what did I think self-care was? I thought it was just chilling. Mm-hmm. I thought that's all self-care was. It was like just chilling, just
relaxing,
maxing and relaxing. And
yeah.
Yo, I've learned some things. But yeah.
But wait, let's get into radical self-care.
Okay.
Because in this book, she talks about radical self-care. And I was like, ain't that the same thing as self-care? But according to her, self-care, radical self-care, is that active decision to put your wellness before anyone or anything else. So what does that mean to you?
Putting the active decision to put your wellness before anything. You come first.
Pretty much.
You come first. We've always been taught to share your things. Mm-hmm, and I think I saw this parenting thing where they taught their kids it's okay to not want to share your toys. Mm-hmm. And I feel like, initially I was like, dang, you don't want to teach them to share.
Selfish,
but then again, sometimes you become so selfless that you share too much. So when are you going to take care of yourself? We don't going to get lost in that. So that was a great take that I really enjoyed. And that's what I feel like it is. It's take care of yourself. And don't stretch yourself thin.
Yeah.
And honestly, I suffer with that at times of helping people with certain situations. So don't stretch yourself thin.
Yeah. So why do you think we need, what are reasons for self-care? Why is that important that we do it, do you think?
The biggest thing is your mental. You got to take over your mental before, like I said, you don't want to get lost in the sauce. And you can get lost in the sauce easily by starting to help somebody too much. Now their problems becoming your problems. And now you're starting to see, not only do you have to worry about Joshua or Demetria. Ooh.
It's all right. That's my government. That's fine.
But not only do you have to worry about them, but you have to worry about... Shun from down the way or Kiki from down the way because I supposed to be and it's whoa, take care of yourself. Mm-hmm. Your problems is your problems and you got to figure it out and work through it.
Yeah.
Now, to you, what's your reason for self-care?
I think the reason for self-care is to relieve stress. I feel like a lot of times, and it's just taking me just now. I'm just turned 31 some months ago and I'm just now literally learning the role and how big a part stress plays in your health.
Right.
The more you stress about things, even down to the tension in your body, when you tensing your whole body, even with your eyes, over time, if you have stress built up in your body, it can have wear and tear on your organs and different things cause health issues and that leads to chronic illness. So I think that self-care is important to do or to start doing if you haven't, because it plays a big role in your health for the most part. And then who wants to be stressed a lot? The world we live in, if you're in the U.S., this world, even not even outside of the US, the world is crazy right now. It's crazy. Things are high and just all over the place. It's so easy to stress about things. And then if you've lost someone with grief, since this is partially a grief podcast, that alone is stressful.
It's stressful.
There are people who have died from stressing, from grieving. So just, it's so important, y'all, to make time for self-care, for care for yourself.
The biggest thing you stated is stress. That stress thing it can send you down a bad spiral. Like you said, health and just constantly thinking of certain things. Like, I'm so stressed out. And then I think you can become so used to being stressed out that you say it and you're not even in stressful situations. So that's detrimental. So
you're speaking stress over your life.
It is you're manifesting stress.
You're manifesting, yes.
It's important that we take care of ourselves and self-care.
So what exactly, do you know some maybe examples of, well, actually, before we get into examples of self-care, I realized we were kind of looking into some things about self-care because, again, self-care is new for us. So we're like, let's dive deep into the topic of self-care. It's
very new for me. It's very new.
Yes. Like, he got his first massage recently. We'll get into that later.
Yes.
But like, what is self-care actually? So in research that we've done, we found there's probably more types of self-care, but we came across 4 different types of self-care.
What's up, ILM? I Lost My Podcast listeners and viewers. I gotta take this moment just to tell you we need your help. Support us, support the podcast, be a super listener, a super viewer. All you have to do is donate anything. Penny, dollar, nickel, it doesn't matter. We appreciate it all. And it's simple to do. All you have to do is go to PayPal, Cash App, or Venmo and type in I Lost My Podcast, all lowercase. That's right, I Lost My Podcast, all lowercase. It's simple. We're trying to grow this channel, and we want to grow with you. And you want to see us do better things, right? Come on, we need better equipment. But until then, we're going to let you get back to this podcast. I know it's interesting, right? Yeah, I know. So the internet is vast, and we was able to do a quick little search and learn some different types of self-care. So I'm going to take the first one, which is physical. And some examples of physical self-care is sleep, stretching, rest, and exercising. Then I'm going to take emotional. Emotional is forgiveness. That is big. Stress management and compassion. Should I just take them all?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I'll just take them all.
You got it.
So also social is boundaries.
That's a big one.
That's a big one.
That's a huge one.
Boundaries, positive social media, asking for help. That's a big one for me. And spiritual, meditation and prayer, journaling, and time alone. So which ones do you feel like you have a good grasp on, and which ones do you feel like it's a work in progress?
I can say that I have a good grasp on, so all of them I've struggled with at a point in time. When you talk about physical, I don't know, after my mom died, I've had trouble sleeping. And then I just have trouble just resting. Like, I want to lay down, but I don't know, something in my body is like, no, you're supposed to be up. You're supposed to be doing something. Like, and I come from a long line of women who are just get stuff done. They just don't know how to sit down. So I think I've struggled with physical self-care for sure.
Right.
Social, for sure. I didn't know. I literally, at 31 years old, am just learning what boundaries are, especially in my family, because that's a big thing. Even outside of our marriage, I'm learning boundaries and how to tell people, like, hey, this is not okay with me. This is a boundary with me. Don't cross that line. And social media is something that we struggle with so much. Being consumed in social media is so much negative energy and evils in social media. And so that's a big thing with posting or with positive social media.
Yeah.
That's actually one of my main things now on social media. I've unfollowed so many people that I like. Some of my favorite celebrities, I've had to unfollow them just because it doesn't align with my thought process and my work ethic. They've already made it to their life that they're living, and I'm not there. And I think sometimes we compare our lives to other people, and it gets depressing to us because we want to live that type of life. So just off the strength of that, I've had to unfollow those types of pages and follow like at positive affirmation type pages and stuff like that.
So which one do you do well? I feel like if I was to guess, I would say probably you're good at prayer
Spiritual?
and journaling.
I say spiritual is
spiritual realm,
probably
you
the
pretty-
best one.
Yeah.
Because I journal quite often, but I really sit and meditate and pray. Like before we go to bed every night, just about every night. We've been slipping the last couple nights, but
She been slipping.
I'll be tired by the time we get to bed. But a lot of times when we lay down, our first thought is to like, we got to pray. We got to pray to God and thank him for our blessings and, just pray for family and whoever needs it, whatever's going on, we pray about that. So I feel like I'm really in tune with that.
One quick second.
We interrupt our program to bring you this important message. I love you. Now, back to our show.
Sorry for the brief interruption. But yeah, I think that the best type of self-care that I'm good at thus far is spiritual self-care.
Wait a minute. We're really not sorry for the brief interruption because you got the commercial. And listen to that commercial, man. We need your support. Mm-hmm. So make sure you support the I Lost My Podcast, ILM podcast. We're trying to go to different heights. So be a super listener, a super viewer, and help us out. Let's just be honest. So we're not sorry about that break.
Yeah.
Was it a weird break? Probably kind of a weird break. But hey,
it's all right.
Welcome back.
Comes with the wonderful life of podcasting.
Right.
But yeah, so out of those four, so just to recap, we have 4 types of self-care that we discovered at least. That was physical self-care, emotional self-care, social self-care, and spiritual. Which ones do you feel like you struggle with, and which ones do you feel like you're good at?
One I am good at, I would give that first, is physical. Mm-hmm. And sleep, when I tire myself out enough, I get good sleep. Mm-hmm. It's very antsy here and there. But if I was to rank it, I'd give it about a 7. So that's pretty good. Stretching and exercising, that's a big thing that, contrary to what you may see, my big build, I gets it in the gym. And I make sure I'm stretched. I make sure when I wake up in the morning, I stretch and breathe right. Now, social boundaries, positive social media.
Asking for help.
I struggle with asking for help. And if you watch the podcast called Childhood F-Ups, I spoke on this a lot, and it's just a knack to always want to provide for myself because I wasn't granted that space to make too many mistakes. So I take, being self-sufficient and stuff to like, I really rank that high, and it starts to get in the way of pride and ego and asking for help and things of that nature. Boundaries. I know how to set boundaries. I'm not afraid to talk to you. I don't care if you're above me in rank or whatever. You're still human. So I will talk to you, let you know if you've done something wrong to me. That's emotionally, that's, in business, it just is what it is. So if you're looking to partner with me, if you ain't coming correct, I'm sorry to tell you, we can have a power hour. And if you don't like that, then hey, so be it. But social media, I always say, I know I'm going down the line, but social media, I'm pretty legit on there. I hate to see my flashbacks of like Facebook and stuff like that.
Those are the worst.
Those are the worst. But I hate to see those type of things because, whoa, I did not have a grasp on this thing. But nevertheless, like I unfollow all those gossipy pages with an instance. It just doesn't serve any purpose to my life. And I know women, a lot of times y'all are big on this energy kick and spirituality, and it's good, but a lot of women will contradict themselves by going on these media outlets and just feeding into it. So it's like you got to watch that. And I'm not picking on
Trying to
y'all.
call
but
me out? No, I'm just funny. I've
I mean,
unfollowed.
if the shoe fits, wear Cinderella. But
Sometimes I do struggle. I unfollow certain pages, but I'll find myself going to like, let me check on this page,
Yeah.
and it's something I'm still working on.
me,
but
I stay away from it.
Yeah.
I just know it's a highlight reel. I think I remember Kevin Gates saying like, man, it's pretty much a highlight reel. And he, even with all his success and stuff, was getting in his head and getting in his way, negative self-talk and he had to realize that social media stuff is a highlight reel. Like, it's not all sunshine and rainbows. It's really not. Some days we don't have it as good as others. And spiritual, I'm good. I pray. I need to write things down a little bit more. I love my time alone. I always was the only boy, so I took my time alone. Meditation, when I do it, I don't do it often, but when I do it, I can quiet my mind.
do you feel like things come to you more, like ideas and just your thought processes are better when you meditate? Random question, but
Yeah, when I meditate, I have a more free-flowing day because I usually do it in the morning before anything starts to pop off. So, yeah, when I meditate, I have a more free-flowing day. Like, I think it just primes my day for like
greatness.
greatness, yeah, to say the least.
Yeah.
But
And how do you meditate? Do you just sit and take deep breaths? Do you have like music on? Like,
me personally, I go on my Apple Music, and I put up like some meditation music. I let that play, and I set my time on my phone. I'll say, hey, 30 minutes. I'm good. 30 minutes is solid for me. I can do an hour, but I do get antsy when I don't, and I have to shut myself up. But I set that playlist so at the start, set my timer, and I just go there. And I just breathe. I focus on breathing, sitting up straight, breathing in, breathing out. And just, even in my meditation, just saying like positive things. Like I said, auto-suggestion is one big thing that I learned from the book, Think and Grow Rich. So just telling that negative self, like, shut the hell up.
yeah.
So that's how I meditate.
Yeah. I think mine is similar. I have to find a quiet place. Sometimes in my car before I actually get out the car to go to work. Sometimes while I'm at work, if everybody's away from the desk, I'll just sit there, close my eyes. Or even if I don't close my eyes, just taking deep breaths.
Yeah.
And I found that that's the best way for me to clear my mind.
Seriously.
Yeah, because I didn't always know how to clear my mind. But anyway, so moving to the next topic. So now we know what self-care is. But
Right.
prior to recent events and us just now discovering self-care, what did you think self-care was? Or did you grow up learning about self-care? Or what was before you knew what self-care was, what did you think about it?
Self-care, I wouldn't even give it the chance. Like, what is self-care? I just go through life. I always thought self-care was, what can I say? It was strictly for women. So it's going to getting pampered and going to getting massages and all that different stuff. I was completely clueless to self-care. Like, my personal self-care, like I might have said earlier, my personal self-care was just sitting back watching sitcoms and laughing and joking and but that was it.
Yeah. You never had anything specific, like a routine for self-care.
No.
Yeah.
No. I mean, the most self-care was, if I can say something with maybe getting a haircut. Because once you get a haircut or a trim up, line
Feel
up,
like a new dude.
you feel like a new, you know what I'm saying? I feel like I can go out and get any honey, you know? Yeah, if y'all want to hit me
Boy,
up, just call
see.
me at 1-800-HUSKY. If not, but no, self-care was a haircut. And most my mom would do, I get a pedicure, not a manicure, right? Manicure's hand.
Get manicures hand.
Pedicure. So moms will do like a little pedicure.
But you
but-
wouldn't go into a salon and get
Yeah,
your feet
like-
done, though.
Nah.
See, I think I didn't grow up learning about self-care specifically. Like, we didn't grow up like, oh, this is, as women, you're supposed to do self-care. Not necessarily. But we subconsciously were doing it because my mom when she was living, made it a routine. Like
Right.
every 2 Saturdays out of a month, we would always go get our feet and nails done, and then sometimes we get our hair done. And that's probably prior to now. It's probably the only two things that I used to do for self-care, and not even realizing that was self-care. I just thought that as a woman, you got to take care of yourself.
I guess
and
back
make
then
sure.
it was more so. It was more so maintenance.
Yeah, I just thought it was maintenance.
Maintenance.
Like you had to because my mom we've always prided ourselves on our image. Like you gotta look nice, make sure your hair is nice and neat, your nails. I mean, she would be disappointed because since COVID, I haven't been getting my nails done on my feet. But we at least had that prior.
Yeah.
And so with speaking to like black men and self-care, you said for y'all, well, at least for you, your idea of self-care was just like getting a haircut or watching like a sitcom. Right. So now what would you say that black men, or just all men in general, it doesn't have to be just black men, but all men can do for self-care?
Okay. So here recently, I got my first massage, guys. And brothers, I know it's weird. Initially it's weird in your head because you're like, yo, I gotta go in here, and what you see on TV, you like, oh, I gotta be butt naked or something. I mean, they gave you that option, but you don't have to. And don't go in there being a horn dog and thinking like it's a happy ending. Go in there and get a massage just to relax. But once we got into it, I did a group massage. If you have a couples massage. So if you have a lady friend or spouse or somebody, or even if you have not a lady friend, if you whoever your partner is, if you have a partner that you want to go and do it with, maybe that makes you more comfortable. And it was really relaxing. Now what I must recommend is don't work out the day before and do like legs or something like that. Did? So I did work out the day before. Just because I needed to relieve some stress, some pressure, I just needed to focus on my exercising self-care. And nevertheless, I was a little bit sore because I went in. I kind of lost myself, and then I was like, oh, snap, we got massages today.
Yeah.
Though it did feel good when she was helping, the area. It was my leg, so she was helping my leg area. It was great, but when it was all said and done, like that pain still had to come. So I was like, dang, I probably should have did this. I probably should have worked out just afterwards, but
yeah. And also, before we talk more about it, we're gonna go ahead and insert a clip, or at least the audio if you're just listening, and right about here, so y'all can see how our massages went for the day.
Right, guys. So check it out. Excuse my hat. I know maybe a little small, but the fit check. Yeah, nah. Shout out to MTV, man. One day we're gonna be on it. But look, man. It's the first, man. I'm headed to go and get a massage. I don't know how to feel. People rubbing all on you and stuff. It's new to me. Yeah, so.
But it's Saturday, and we're doing a self-care thing. We're going to get couples massages for the first time, so we'll stay tuned. I doubt we can vlog it, but we'll update you on.
It's not my cup of tea.
It's his first one, so.
It's my first one and my cup of tea.
We'll explain a little later, but we'll see y'all in a minute. Bye.
Open up the door. This is crazy. I don't know what to think. Just going around places. That's me. Yeah.
Couples massage.
They said underwear option. Send them in the room, son. Check me out, son. They said underwear option. I think I'm going in a nude. Nah, I'm not, but alright, y'all. Hey, look, y'all. This me personally telling y'all, I'm him. Let's go.
We're finished. you feel?
I feel like a new man. I feel like I got a new body.
The update in the car. We got us some mints. All right, y'all. So we had our first couples massage. Well, he had his first massage. My
Ever.
second, like ever. I had one before. So, what do you think? What was your thoughts?
I'm gonna give it about a 7-8. 7-8.
So, what was your initial thought when you walked in?
It's a good aesthetic for one, but my initial thought was, man, I'm about to do that. What they about to do to me?
It looked real, like candles lit, like
Yeah.
intimate. So he was like freaking out, like, what they about to do? What's going on?
But nevertheless, man, they handle their business. I didn't know the best areas massage actually was my hands and feet.
Do you think you maybe have tension more so in your hands and feet?
I guess I could have told her to focus more on my shoulders, but she still get it good. Like, I'm a big dog, and she handled her. Yeah, she handled her business.
Mm-hmm.
She handled her business. Man, look, it got so good. I just said she rubbed the snot out my nose. That's how. That's how I felt. But yeah, man, I ain't gonna give them anything because we'll talk about it more on the phone.
Okay. I felt amazing. I got nervous at first because the first girl that ever did my massage, I think she did a deep tissue because she really got in there. So this one started out a little, soft, and I was like, that's cool and all, but like I got tension. Like I need you to like rub that, out. But she did good actually. This was my first time getting a face and scalp massage.
Mm-hmm.
And that was cool. I don't have tension here because I strained with my eyes strained from looking at computers at work. But yeah, it was good. So now
the only other thing is, I should have probably went in the nude.
You should have went in the nude. They gave you the option to keep on your underwear, but we had to take off everything
I should have went in the nude.
Why you say that? You just want to be nude.
I think she likes me. No, just
Whatever.
kidding. I think she loves me. But I smell pretty.
Oh yeah, the oils. I had jasmine lavender.
I don't know. I ain't even.
What you get?
I don't know. Same thing, probably.
I don't know. Now you have to pick it.
Oh, she left her hair on me.
Don't do all that.
She
Anyway.
want me. Never.
All right, y'all. So we're getting ready to actually get on the road to Memphis because my best friend Shay, Sasha, her grandmother passed. So we're getting ready to go to Memphis, and we'll be back tomorrow. That's a nice way to start a road trip. With a massage because now I feel relaxed.
And I did work out real quick. I did work out legs in the gym, and she did get like my quads and hamstrings real good. So yeah, I felt that.
So is this something, granted, I'm not gonna lie, they was busting heads with the price, but if you found somebody that does the same quality work for a more reasonable price, like once a month or every other week, would you like do that since you're in the gym more now? Like,
yeah,
for recovery?
I can tell like it's gonna make all the difference.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we ain't gonna hold y'all long. We gotta hit this road. We love y'all.
Love y'all.
I'll let you.
Cool. So you said you liked the massage. What was your thought like? So you kind of said it, but like take us through when we walked in, because I know when I booked it, I just told him, I was like, babe, I think we should really get massages. Like I'm really into the self-care thing and whatnot. So I'm like, we're gonna do it. So what was your thought process when when I was like, I booked it, let's go?
My thought process was, I ain't ready for this. I ain't ready for this.
But why were you afraid? Why was it? Is it just because it was new, or?
It's my goodies, not my goodies.
You thought you was gonna have to have your goodies out on the table.
It's not my goodies. It's my whole body, boo.
Okay.
So
excuse me.
my whole man. Look, I'm him. I'm Himothy.
See.
But nevertheless, I did think you had to get like butt naked. Mm-hmm. I was like, yo, son. But like I said, they gave you the option, and then it's just like weird, like somebody touching your body other than your significant others, like, but
But you liked it, or did you like it? Did you enjoy it?
I enjoyed it. I wish they would have went more intense as far as like muscles and all that.
Like more deep tissue.
More deep, yeah. I need a more deep tissue. But like I said, that's probably because I worked out and all that crazy stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I enjoyed it. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I do recommend it. And like I said, if you're afraid, guys, get somebody to go with you. Schedule a group one or a couple one, and just get it done.
Yeah. Would you do like a guys' day massage? Like I know we did a couples massage, but would you be like, come on, fellas, we gonna do a group? I don't even know if it's possible, but we gonna do a group massage. Black men, we gotta take care of ourselves. Would
you know what's
that?
crazy? That is not far-fetched for me to actually do. Now, is it gonna be other guys open to it? I'm open to it.
Let's ask men watching. Would y'all do?
If you want to do this, we can
comment
schedule
below
this, bro.
Or like message us or something.
Like we ain't gotta be in the same room. Like I mean, if it's a
guy's spa day.
But like even when we was in the same room, I was in there with my wife. Mm-hmm. But it was like you just in there with you'd been in the locker room,
out, yeah,
like, and you got on your underwear and stuff. So whatever.
Yeah.
She fell asleep, and I kind of laughed.
Can I be honest, y'all? I promise y'all, I did not. So maybe I did subconsciously. Something weird happened because I remember being in, like, after she told me to lay on my back, after she massaged like my legs and like shoulders and stuff. So she's like, flip over so she could get like my shoulders and like front of my legs and stuff. So. And I was like, darn, I was just sitting there and just thinking. I really can't think of what I was thinking about, but I was in deep thought, just do. Like my mind was going. And then all of a sudden, I just remember in the midst of actively thinking, I just was like, darn. I heard myself breathe hard, like not snore, but just like a heavy breath. I don't know, something weird. And so I stopped thinking and I was like, huh? I was like, wait a minute. I was like, wait, did I fall asleep? I was like, I couldn't have fallen asleep because I was just thinking.
At this point, I'm face down. I'm face down, but derriere up. And I'm just thinking, is somebody snoring?
I thought he would have been the one to snore. Room. I think I might have fallen asleep and just didn't. Maybe I was dreaming that I was thinking. I don't know.
And I'm going to tell y'all guys what's crazy. I'm going to tell y'all what was the best part of my massage. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I didn't want her to touch my feet. Mm-hmm. But I forgot to say, she was like, what area is off limits? And I forgot to say feet. Mm-hmm. But she did it. The feet area was great. And the hands.
That was the best part for you.
The hands was amazing. And I used to think a guy going to get a manicure, I used to be like, that is so, no, bro, I got it. But now I'm kind of like, I want to
go get a manicure.
I want to go get a manicure.
Yeah.
I need to take care of myself because the hand massage was crazy. It was like, I don't know if I grip a lot or something. Or...
Yeah, you do the little hand thing and then lifting weights.
So it was the hands and the feet that was like the most amazing part of it to me.
See, mine, I have a lot of tension in my shoulders and my back. So that for me, like she got all of that out. Yeah. And I feel like a lot of the stress and anxiety I was feeling at the time, I feel like a lot of it came from just the tension in my shoulders, from how I sit at my desk at my office. And even now, I naturally do this for whatever reason, and that's causing tension. But after she did it, it was like, man. Oh, hey, guys. Hey. Sorry to interrupt your viewing of this podcast or listening to this podcast. But I have to say that if you want to be a super listener and support us, our improvements to our channel as we upgrade, the more that we put out things on our platform, feel free to contribute whatever you feel like contributing, if any, to our Cash App, PayPal, and Venmo. And everything is lowercase. I lost my podcast. And just, donate whatever you feel like donating if you like to support what we have going on. So thank you guys so much for the love and for listening thus far. And I hope you continue to enjoy the podcast. Bye, guys.
So, guys, it's okay to get a massage.
Yeah.
It's okay to get a manicure, a pedicure. Mm-hmm. What else would you recommend as far as... Now, one thing I can't say is self-care to me. What I didn't mention this earlier, but what it looks like, I do like hiking.
I was just about to say that. We was here.
I do like hiking and being in the wilderness, in the woods.
That's probably both of our favorite
Yeah.
our favorite self-care.
Like if you catch me in the forest with a grizzly bear, like you better help the bear.
Come on, the bear.
But nah, like I enjoy that aspect as well as reading. Having time to just
Yes.
read and
That's a new thing for
like
me.
free time to read. Like
Yes.
Like,
to
shut up.
unplug
Yeah, to
from
unplug
social
and-
media. Yes.
so
reading
self care to me is
everything.
getting away from social media for one. As far as like that negative aspect, like if I'm helping somebody and stuff like that, cool. But all that extraness, all that judgmental, extra opinions and stuff, I don't get jiggy with it.
Yeah.
I love y'all. Y'all do what y'all do, but y'all be safe out here.
Yeah.
It ain't that serious.
Protect your mind, your body, and your energy.
Yeah.
That's the ultimate self-care. So I think I think everybody should have a good grasp on self-care.
Now it was okay. I'm so sorry.
No, you're fine.
I gotta
Talk your
interject.
talk, King.
It was one time
Uh-huh.
that we had a trip to Florida and we went to the float spa.
Oh, yes.
And I think that was probably
the
like
beginning.
that was the beginning of it. And I can say that float spot was pretty unique. Like I was able to quiet my mind, hear the music, and things of that nature. Now somebody else wasn't.
I'm gonna be honest, y'all, and this was years ago. I think my mom was still living when we went. Possibly, It was probably 3 years ago. But so the float spot, you get in this little pod and it's filled with water and all this. Was it sea salt or
Sea salt,
something?
Epsom salt, something like
that
that.
helps you float. And so I thought it was cool. I was YouTubing what to do, and I think it was Destin, Florida, that we went, and the float spa popped up.
Shout out to Float Brothers. That's who it was. Float
Shout
Brothers.
out to
Float
Flow Brothers. But I remember doing it, and you're in separate rooms, so I didn't know what was going on with him. But in my room, in my pod, I just could not quiet my mind. I had the little meditation music on, but my mind was like, I just had a thought. Like, every thought was like, okay, Michi or Dimitri, like, okay, like, don't think about anything. And I was like, wait, you're thinking about something. Stop thinking about something. And then I was like, is this a bubble on me? Or the bubbles felt like they were crawling on me. And I just literally could not quiet my mind to save my life. And so now that I do meditation and stuff like that, it helps. I kind of want to go back
So
to
I
a
think we
float
have to
spa.
go
I
back to a
think
float spot, and we have to document that experience because
Yes. We just need to go
yeah.
to the beach. That's
she
long
was
overdue, too.
upset. It was
I
salt in her
was.
braids.
Oh my god, y'all! It's
Uh,
on. We have a couple's YouTube channel that we kind of stopped uploading to, but that vlog is on there.
Greater Visions. We gonna find it, but
We gonna
if
find
I
it.
still got that footage, I'm gonna just show y'all. Matter of fact,
We'll
I'm gonna
attach
find
it.
that footage.
We'll attach the link to the video in the description
Or
if you're on our
something,
on our YouTube.
But it
So,
was like that. But
Man.
yeah, that was great. I want
yeah,
to do
we
it
do
again.
gotta go back and do that.
I want to do it again.
Oh man. Okay, so let's go ahead and wrap this up because y'all, we will talk about self-care for hours and hours. Shout out to Money Long.
Can I sing to you? Can I sing to you?
Right.
Yours.
Don't start.
Mine.
See, listen.
Ow.
All right, y'all. So we're gonna end this episode out by giving you guys a challenge. So today is the first day of April. We have a whole month to go. So we're gonna challenge y'all. What did we say? So we named 4 different types of self-care.
Self-care.
That was physical self-care, emotional self-care, social self-care, and spiritual self-care. So
If you need a
Google these.
refresher, go back in the video previous and in this video and see what we said it is in depth.
Or Google the types, because they'll show.
Go back in this
examples.
video
Yeah,
or
that
this
too.
podcast. Go
That
back in this
too.
podcast.
Please run it back. But figure out at least one self-care thing to do from each of those, and you have until, is it 30 days in April? The
Yeah.
end of April to do all 4 of those different types of self-care.
And we're gonna set up a time to be in that Discord to make sure that we getting some conversation going. So,
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
So yeah, y'all really okay, so look into different things to do with self-care. Challenge yourself. It's a challenge. So you got to take risk. If I know some of our listeners are parents, and get them kids involved. They can go.
They can benefit.
If
from
y'all
that.
want to hike, y'all can hike. It's a little cold
Yeah,
right
so
now.
if you want to
Bundle
go,
up.
if you want to go for a walk, go for a hike.
Yeah.
Find it's some good trails and stuff around, probably wherever you are. So, I think I use an app, All Trails.
Yes.
Shout out to All Trails, man. Hey, all these shout outs, y'all
We need to be sponsored, okay?
What was the name of the place that we got the massages?
Urban Oasis.
Urban Oasis. Shout out to
Yes.
y'all for those massages. We're gonna tag y'all in this, and yeah. So we don't need no money, but
We'd love to be sponsored, but hey,
maybe give me another massage.
We can definitely block the whole thing. Okay, listen.
Another ficky.
But yeah, y'all. So do not be afraid to do this challenge, please. It's not like, we work all the time, y'all. The world is stressful. Like take
time
advantage
for
of
yourself.
this challenge and take
some radical self-care days.
to actively
Even
do
if you gotta
self-care.
take off work, they gonna be fine. They gonna last without you.
And ladies, check this book out. After you check out my book, of course, I
Yeah.
lost my mom. Now what? Yep. But definitely check out this book if you're trying to do self-care.
And she reached to me a lot, but guys, it actually
Facts. It
actually
goes for
helps.
both.
Yeah, it goes for both, to be honest. But
Yeah.
shout out to Arthur Oludara.
Oludara
Adio.
Adio.
We're
yeah.
gonna tag you too if we saying your name
Yes.
wrong. We're so
I'm
sorry,
sorry,
but
beautiful.
thank you for
Sorry.
that book. But
Yes.
you want me to close it out?
Yeah, close it out.
So check it out, guys. It is me again, and I may have lost my podcast, but I found your beautiful soul.
yes.
Thank y'all. Thank
And
y'all.
we're out.
Thank y'all. Peace.
Until next week, y'all. Peace.